Dear students, a very good morning to you all. Hope you all are fine at your home. Due to corona pandemic, as you could not come to your college and have your regular classes. Now I am here to talk your class virtually. Let's start our today's class. The topic is probability. Probability is a measure of the likelihood of an event to occur. Many events cannot be predicted with total certainty. We can predict only the chance of an event to occur. That is, how likely they are to happen. Using it, probability can range in between 0 to 1, where 0 means the event to be an impossible one, and 1 indicate a certain event. The probability of all the events in a sample space sums up to 1. Then trial. Considering an experiment which, though repeated under essentially identical conditions, does not give unique results, but may result in any one of the several possible outcomes. The experiment is known as a trial. For example, throwing of a die is a trial. Then experiment. An experiment is an act that can be repeated under some given conditions. For example, throwing a fair die. Then outcomes. The results of an experiment are called outcomes. Then random experiment. An experiment whose result cannot be predicted until it is noticed is called a random experiment. For example, when we throw a die randomly, the result is uncertain to us. We can get any output between 1 to 6. Hence, this experiment is random. The sample space. A sample space is a collection or a set of possible outcomes of a random experiment. The sample space is represented using the symbol S. The subset of possible outcomes of an experiment is called event. A sample space may contain a number of outcomes which depends on the experiment. If it contains a finite number of outcomes, then it is known as discrete or finite sample spaces. For example, throwing a die, the sample space equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then event. And any possible outcomes of a random experiment is called an event. For example, throwing a die, the sample space is equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the set of odd number is denoted by A equal 1, 3, 5. Then A is an event of the obtained odd number in sample space. Then impossible event. An event whose occurrence is quite impossible in a random experiment is called an impossible event. For example, to live without breathing is an impossible event. Then certain event. An event whose occurrence is a must in any random experiment is known as a certain event. For example, to die for every living is a certain event. Now, mutually exclusive event and not mutually exclusive event. In probability theory, two events are said to be mutually exclusive if they cannot occur at the same time or simultaneously. In other words, mutually exclusive events are called disjoint events. If two events are considered disjoint events, then the probability of both events occurring at the same time will be 0. If A and B are the two events, then the probability is written by probability of disjoint event or mutually exclusive event equal to P of A and B equals 0. In probability, the specific addition rule is valid when two events are mutually exclusive. It states that the probability of either event occurring is the sum of probabilities of each event occurring. If A and B are said to be mutually exclusive event, then the probability of an event A occurring or the probability of event B occurring is given as P of A plus P of B. That is P of A or B equal to P of A plus P of B. If two events A and B are not mutually exclusive, then the probability of getting A or B is given as P of A or B equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A and B. Then dependent event and independent events. Two events are said to be dependent if the occurrence of one event changes the probability of another event. Two events are said to be independent events if the probability of one event that does not affect the probability of another event. If two events are mutually exclusive, they are not independent. And also, independent event cannot be mutually exclusive event. That's for all today. Further inquiry, comment in the chat box. Stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.